Welcome everybody to the Morningwood Podcast. I'm Dom.
I'm Dale.
And this week we'll be going over college football, NFL Week 4 recap, NFL Week 5 predictions, and some NHL. We get started?
Yep, but before we start, keep it classy, America.
Alright.
Okay.
So let's get started with college football.
I'm a little bit PO'd.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm a little pissed off with some decisions that were made.
Okay, like what?
Like, why is that I don't know why they consistently do this every year, but when it comes to college game day, right, and they pick the teams that they think are going to be the best college game day matchups, right?
Right.
Instead, in my opinion, don't pick those games. Go for the rivalries.
Mm-hmm.
Like, UF, that's a very big in-state rivalry.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of hatred there. And that was one of the most viewed college game day pregame show episode they had in a while.
Yep.
Why not go UMFSU?
Yep.
You know, like, I don't know, is it just me, or like am I making sense here, or am I
No,
not?
I understand what you're saying. I think they decided to go with a different
Who is it this week?
Vanderbilt and Alabama, which is it's another rivalry.
I get it's a rivalry, but it's not as big.
Yeah.
Like when you think, like, when someone says UM
right.
or says FSU, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
The rivalry.
The rivalry.
Yeah.
And listen, I know, like, you win some, you lose some.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, though, those games are always hard and, like, hitting, fighting. Like, to me, that should have been the
very
college.
Competitive. Very competitive.
I think that should have been the college game day.
Yeah, and you want to know what? I agree too. But, you know, Vanderbilt, Alabama, it's going to be a good game.
I don't think so. I think Alabama blows them out.
I don't know. They're both ranked, so it's Vanderbilt's ranked 16 and Alabama's ranked 10. It's at Alabama. So
now here's my other question. So, you know, we play UF, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we were ranked number 5. UM was ranked 5 when we played UF.
Yeah.
And then we went to number 2.
Right.
So, this is what kind of believe me, I was happy.
Yeah.
Right? But this is what kind of upset me, and is that, you know, you had teams that had a bye week that week.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the teams that had a bye week was ranked number 2.
Yeah.
And they dropped because they had a bye week. To me, that's not right.
We had the bye week where number 2, and then we dropped to number 3. So now this week we're number 3 playing number 18 FSU.
Florida's shittiest university. I mean, I'm sorry, what?
Right. Yeah, I wish college game day was, you know, us, but it's not. It's all right. We're still gonna win.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
All right.
The other thing on the college take,
Mm-hmm.
in our group chat,
Mm.
and you know me when it comes to the way people play and stuff in practice, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, being an athlete, for me, if you didn't practice hard or practice at 200%, then you should not play, because you play the way you practice, right? There were some comments made that with a couple UM players that they weren't playing because they were being lazy in practice. How do you feel about that?
Listen, the two guys was JoJo Trader and Jordan Lyle.
Yeah, exactly.
It was those two guys, right? I just feel like, when it comes to practicing, you know, I get it. You know, practice is practice. You don't really want to, you know, blow your, like, get everything out in there and then possibly get injured or whatever. But you want to know what? Both of these guys were a little banged up at the start of the season. That's why they didn't play. And, you know, they're coming back and they really need to prove themselves, especially now with the team that we have. I mean, our team is stacked. They really need to prove themselves in practice to get a spot on the team. Or get a spot, they have the spot on the team, but get a spot to play. And
they're not doing it.
They're not doing it. So
and this also goes back, I mean, I know I'm going to bring up some past history, but I mean, if you look at the 2000 to 2003 Miami Hurricanes, right? And you look at their roster, those guys would fight in practice, because if you had a bad practice, the person was going in behind you and they weren't coming out. I mean, I think, you know, in practice, yeah, I get it.
They stay on each other's ass.
Yeah, like, I think, you know, obviously you're on the same team, but I'm sorry, like, you're getting paid to play now.
Yeah.
They weren't even getting paid to play. You're getting paid to play now. If it was me, if you were paying me millions of dollars,
right? Yeah.
To play, you ain't taking my spot.
No.
Like, I don't care if I got to knock you out in practice.
Yeah.
Practice the way you play.
Right. All right, so you want to get into the NFL Week 4 recap real quick?
Yeah. I think you got it, right?
Yeah. All right, so let's get into it. First game, Thursday Night Football, Seahawks versus Arizona. Seahawks won.
I think I had, Arizona?
You had Arizona winning. We had early morning game in Ireland, Vikings losing to Pitt.
I called that.
You did. I really thought Carson Wentz was going to do good again.
They played a good game.
Nah, the O-line couldn't block for anything.
I mean,
and Carson Wentz was holding on to the ball for too long.
You know, I got
his decision making was.
You know, I got Pitt on
fantasy. Their defense.
And Pittsburgh defense did terrible. Like, I'm starting to regret picking them, but
yeah. The Chargers lost to the Giants. That's what it was. Jackson Dart's first start.
Hold on, I'll tell you what.
Right.
That man went out and played. That was a I think they have a new starting quarterback. And I think he's promising.
1,000%.
I think he's very promising. I think I saw a meme the other day on Instagram where, like, you know, like the whole Shrek and Donkey thing? Like from Shrek, and you know how, like, Shrek's always singing and Donkey's always singing, and Shrek's like, Donkey, shut up. So it was saying that Donkey is Jameis Winston and Shrek was Russell Wilson. He's like singing and Russell Wilson's like, come on, dude. Like, really?
Right.
But I mean, listen, like, Russell Wilson's a good quarterback, and they went with the second string. And the second string produced, and that was actually a pretty good game. Like, it was a
it was a very competitive. It was a very competitive game, but both teams did well. I just think you want to know what it was. I'll tell you what it was.
Giants wanted it more at the end.
Well, no, the Giants just were tired of Russell Wilson, so they were playing hard so that Jackson Dart could keep the job.
It could be.
That defense hasn't played like that all season, and they stepped up big time. Had like 2 interceptions, 1 pick six, I think.
Sometimes it takes a little bit of change, mix things up. I like the Giants' running back,
Cam Scatterbo.
Dude, all right. He's good.
Houston beating Titans. Not really much to go here. Houston played good game. Cam Ward. He can't really get.
He's playing with what he has.
He's playing the best he can.
I like that he took responsibility though. In the
press conference.
Yeah, and
it's just like we're at.
He said, he's like, look, like, we're in a rebuild stage. Like, there's things that we need to fix, and he's like, but that loss is, that comes down to me, and even though it really doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
Hey, that's a leadership role right there.
Yep, for sure. And you had the Washington Commanders losing to the Falcons. I'll tell you what it is. You don't have Terry McLaurin.
Oh, okay.
You don't have Jaden Daniels. They're both injured.
The Falcons just outplayed.
Austin Eckler's injured. I mean, you got 3 different second string players in 3 of your most important positions. So that's the reason why they lost. It was a close game. It was like 24-27,
but they got outplayed.
Yeah. And we had the Bills winning. They beat the Saints.
I mean, that's not really.
Yeah, nothing really
saying much.
And you had the Eagles. Oh, this game was a shootout. Eagles beating the Buccaneers.
Yeah, and you had the Bucks too, and I had the Eagles.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. If the Eagles don't block the Bucks kick, I think the Buccaneers.
Oh my God, dude! Forget the block. That was like that's 2 weeks in a row.
For the Eagles.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
this year,
that's special teams is.
This year's the year of special teams.
Yeah.
Like this year in the NFL will be known for the year of special teams. Literally, almost every single game, there's a special teams touchdown, return, block. Like
week
everything.
3, you had, I think it was 3 or 4 blocked field goals.
Yeah.
2 were in the Eagles game. One was I think in the Cleveland game.
Yeah, and I saw someone talking about it on TikTok, like everyone's overlooking like the special teams aspect of the game is like it, all these block kicks and all these teams losing by just 3 points, a field goal because their kick got blocked, and he's like it's almost like it's a critical part of the game, and he's absolutely right.
Yeah,
like. The special teams aspect of football is always overlooked. I mean, it's never been that important.
Look at it this way. If you look at like 4 or 5 out of the 7 Super Bowls that the 6 Super Bowls that the Patriots won, they were won by like 3 points. They were won by field goals. Both, and the 2 that they lost to the Giants were both by field goals.
Right.
So I mean, special teams is a crucial point, but special teams has died down a bit because nobody wants to do kick returns anymore. Nobody wants to run the ball out.
It's just not really also with all the rules and stuff with the kickoffs and kick returns.
They got boring.
Yeah, but now it's like on field goals and punts.
Yep.
Those are where it's actually happening, where it's getting blocked.
And some of these kickers in the league right now, I mean, I think it was.
There's been 4 kickers that have gotten fired this year because of missed field goals.
No, I know, but I'm saying in the Dolphins game.
Yeah.
Dude, the punters were averaging. I think the shortest
60 yards.
The shortest punt was like 52 or 53 yards kicked, and it was by it was by New York.
Yeah.
But every punt was averaging almost 60 yards.
The Dolphins punter Jake Bailey, he could launch.
He's nasty.
But yeah. Then you got the Lions. They beat the Browns.
I mean, that's not really saying much.
Yeah, I will say this though. And I said this last week too. You weren't here, but I said this last week. Quinshon Judkins for the Browns. He didn't play the first couple weeks because he had charges on him.
Yeah.
But now he's playing. He's looking like, you had Ashton Genty, Amarion Hampton, guys that got drafted before before him, before Scadaboo, before Ollie Gordon.
And he's playing out.
And those guys aren't doing good. But then you got Quinshon Judkins, Cam Scadaboo, Ollie Gordon, and they're playing their ass off every single week.
But you got to remember.
And these guys were drafted after them.
But, I mean, I look at it this way. Draft pick is a draft pick. It's just a number.
Yeah.
You're either going to do good or you're going to do bad.
Well, I always say this, is that running backs, the position is the most replaceable position in the NFL. Your running back could get injured, and you could bring up a guy from your practice squad, and he can average 4 yards a carry and put 60 yards up.
Yeah.
And that's touchdown.
Look what happened to Achan. He was on the practice squad.
No, he wasn't.
His rookie season, or no, I'm sorry, he was third string his rookie season,
Right, yeah,
and then someone got hurt, and
Yeah.
he goes in, and then he hasn't been third string since.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
quick hot take on the Browns.
Yeah.
So since 1999,
Mm-hmm.
the Browns have had 40 different starting quarterbacks.
Absolutely.
So really, even though running back is the most replaceable job in the NFL, if you're on the Browns,
if you're on
the quarterback.
If you're on the Browns, it's a different conversation.
It's the quarterback.
I mean, Joe Flacco had a really bad game, and now he just got benched for Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah,
Dylan Gabriel's gonna be a starter for week 5.
The Browns have no offensive line. Any quarterback is going to do terrible, and their defense is terrible.
No, their defense is one of the best in the league.
Nah.
What do you mean?
Nah.
All right. But yeah, so this week, Omarion Hampton and Ashton Genty both played pretty good this week. So they kind of like shut me up a bit, but I still don't think either of them are the best running back coming out of this draft class. I still think the best is either Quinshawn Junkins or Cam Scadaboo, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I'd go Scadaboo, but
We'll just have to see how the rest of the season plays out.
Yeah.
Next game we had was Panthers Patriots. We both picked the Patriots. I mean, we expect the Panthers suck. Drake May had a really good game. He's looking like a solid MVP candidate. I know he's on the Patriots and they're not really doing too good, but his numbers compared to other top quarterbacks' numbers is pretty good.
yeah. What was the next one?
Jaguars versus 49ers. Jaguars winning.
And I had the Jags, too. You had the 49ers, and I had the Jags. And I'm not going to lie to you, that actually surprised me a lot.
I didn't think that the 49ers were going to win. Or I thought the 49ers were going to win. But you know what it is? Brock Purdy.
Yeah, and Kittle. They're both out.
No, Brock Purdy played. That's the problem. He played. He's thrown 17 interceptions in his last 16 games. 17.
Yeah,
Bro, at this point, other than his contract,
you can't bench him.
Bro, other than the contract that they gave him, paying him all that money, they have no reason to start him over Mac Jones. Mac Jones has played significantly better than he did. There's no reason to start him other than the reason his contract. Yeah.
Alright, what was the next one?
Rams beating the Colts. Finally, someone beat the Colts. I knew it was going to happen, but still, the Colts played a great game.
Yeah.
And the Rams just outplayed them. I think the Colts are still a good team. Rams are just like they're like top 3 teams in the NFC in my opinion.
Yeah.
Then you had the Chiefs beating the Ravens. We know what happened
I
there.
was surprised.
Well, it's because Lamar Jackson went out with an injury.
No, I know, but I was
and he's going to be out for a couple weeks, so.
I was very, heartbroken that the Chiefs won. Especially over Baltimore.
But you wonder what's crazy? What's crazy is that, apparently the Ravens wanted to draft Shedeur Sanders, but Deion said no.
Yeah, a bunch of teams said, his dad said no to a bunch of teams. There's been 5 or 6 teams that reached out and they said no, and that's why he dropped to number 6.
Right. But now he might have ended up...
Might have fucked himself.
Yeah, because now the Ravens are out of a quarterback. Their second-string quarterback's Cooper Rush.
Yeah, but,
Sucks.
Hey, guess what? You made your bet, now you gotta lay in it,
Yep. He's wasting years on his career. Bears beating the Raiders 25-24. Very close game. Caleb Williams, I like him. I just like the Bears in general. I think the Bears are really good. And I hate to say it because I never liked the Bears. I haven't liked the Bears since Jay Cutler. But
Jesus Christ.
But the Bears are good. I like the Bears. I think they're gonna do really good.
Alright, what was the next game?
Packers Cowboys 40-40 overtime. Game was on till 12:05.
And it was a tie too, right?
40-40.
Yeah.
Tie in overtime. Both teams played really, really good. Listen, give Dak Prescott all the shit you want. He's good. He's not that good, but he's good. Listen, and they did that with no CeeDee Lamb, though. They did that with no CeeDee Lamb.
I don't care.
Monday Night Football, yeah, 2 games. Jets versus Dolphins in the early window. Went to that game. Great game. I have a great story to tell you, too. Great story. I'll tell you later, though. I can't really say it on here. It's bad. It's bad.
All right. I'll tell you what.
27-21.
We both picked the Jets to win.
Yeah. I just said just because I was just...
I will say this.
Played a great game.
You know, Tyreek going out.
Oh, yeah, Tyreek. I forgot about that.
I'll say this. I'm not one to talk bad. Like, I'm not one to hope that a player gets injured. But, you know, when you're not taking care of your body, you're not taking care of yourself, and you want to do all your stupid off-field antics, shit happens. But you know what? At the end of the day, I hope he recovers fast because we're paying him a lot of fucking money.
He'll be gone. We're trading.
I was just about to say, I think that we trade him and...
Give him back to the Chiefs.
No, I don't think he goes to the Chiefs.
I want him to, though. But anyways, I just found it funny that he was getting carted off the field because...
And he's smiling.
Bro, I saw that happen, literally. That happened at the 20-yard line. I'm sitting at the end zone, so that shit was like 30 yards away from me. Bro, I saw it. It's like, oh, he got tackled. The guy landed on top of him, right? The guy gets up. Tyreek is like sitting up, and all I see is him holding his leg, and his leg's like dangling, and I'm like, oh my god! And bro, when I tell you could hear a pin drop in the stadium, everyone went silent, and then all you see, he gets put on the cart. He's getting carted off, and he's smiling. He's like, yeah. He's so happy to get off the field. He doesn't have to play for this team anymore. He doesn't have to catch balls from Tua anymore.
He wasn't even really catching balls.
No,
to begin with it.
No, he had 70 yards.
No, I'm saying like from the start of the season, he was dropping a ton of shit.
No, he was having a really good game. I'll tell you what, if he stayed in, my parlay wouldn't have hit. I had him less than 90 yards.
That tight end we picked up.
Darren Waller, 2 touchdowns.
Dude, and I'm not going to lie though. Like, everyone was saying, oh, Mike McDaniel's is a terrible coach. Game 2 and Game 3 that we lost, that was on Tua. That wasn't that he did good coaching. Tua had lost week 2 and week 3 with the interception, 2 interceptions,
and the game-winning situation.
Yeah, with 3 minutes left, 2 minutes left.
Yeah.
So.
I'm not going to blame it all. Oh, and Tua took a nasty hit, too, where both guys slid down.
He bounced up and smiled. I liked it. I'm not going to lie, though. When he slid down and he got hit, I'm like, oh, here we fucking go. It
was 2 guys hit his head, and his head bounced off the ground and bounced back up.
No. I was like, here we go.
I was like...
Throwing up gang signs.
I was like, I saw that. I right away put my head down. I was like, he's dead. He's dead. But, and then he gets up, everyone's cheering. I was like, he didn't die. He didn't die.
And he wasn't wobbling either.
No, he got up. I was waiting for him to start stumbling. I was like, where's it at? Where's it at?
But I will say this though, the pass that he had to
Waller.
Yeah, that first touchdown. That was a really I thought it was a risky throw.
Really good pass, really good catch. Got both feet in.
But I was gonna say this. I thought it was a risky throw because it's Tua.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna lie though. I was pretty impressed with some of the. I was impressed more that they threw the ball down the field than behind the line of scrimmage to get yards.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it was.
They definitely switched the game plan.
We still suck. We still suck.
We still suck, but you gotta give them credit.
Yeah, he played a very good game.
And also, it's not like the Jets played all that good either. The Jets played terrible.
They did, but Zach Sealer, he played a good game.
Listen, we're paying too much money for Zach Sealer. He hasn't played good at all.
He had a pretty decent game.
He had a decent game. It was against the Jets, though. He hasn't played good all year.
But you can't really knock the Jets because, you know,
can.
They're not... They just have players on there that aren't performing.
Their O-line isn't good.
But they got players on there that aren't performing. Like, you got Lazard. He's not performing. Like, I think the only player that really performed for them was Mason Taylor, Jason Taylor's son.
Justin Fields did good.
No, I'm saying, I'm saying for Fields to throw to.
Oh.
And he was a tight end. Like,
I mean, Garrett Wilson caught a touchdown. Yeah. So, I mean...
All right, next game.
And you had Bengals and Broncos fucking blowout in late Monday Night Football. Broncos winning 28-3. You know, the Bengals, they don't have Joe Burrow, so...
No, they're...
Jake Browning sucks. Their defense sucks.
They're playing for a draft pick at this point. But, so what's the score up to now for our contest?
38-37. Me, you definitely
come back.
Yeah, you made a comeback this week. Let's get into them week 5 predictions.
All right, so week 5, I got it written down already.
All right, I do not.
Okay, so I'll read them to you.
Okay.
All right, so 49ers. The first game is going to be 49ers Rams. I have the Rams.
Alright, 49ers, Rams. I'm going to take the Rams.
Second game is Vikings, Browns. I took the Vikings.
I'm taking the... Oh, wait, is it home or away?
I don't know. I just went with the Vikings. I don't see the Browns winning.
Give me the Vikings.
Alright.
I still have hope in Carson Wentz.
Alright, Cowboys versus Jets. I'm going with the Jets.
I got Cowboys.
Alright. Giants, Saints. I went with the Giants.
Yep, Giants.
Raiders, Colts. I'm going with the Colts.
Yeah, I'm going Colts.
Dolphins, Panthers. I'm going Dolphins.
I'm going Dolphins.
And if we lose, I'm gonna be so pissed.
Bro, the Panthers suck.
Broncos versus the Eagles. I'm going with the Eagles.
There's no way they lose.
Texans versus the Ravens.
I'm
going with the Ravens.
Now that Lamar's out, I could low-key see the Texans winning.
I went Ravens.
I'm going to pick the Texans.
All right, next game after that is the Cardinals, Titans. I went Cardinals. Cardinals, Titans. I went Cardinals.
Give me a Titans. I think they could pull it off. I think they can. Cardinals aren't that good. They're not that good.
Seahawks, Bucks. I went with the Bucks. The Seahawks are not beating the Buccaneers.
Yeah, give me the Buccaneers.
And then Lions, Bengals. I'm going with
Lions.
The Lions.
Lions, give me Lions.
Commanders, Chargers. I went Chargers.
Yeah, Chargers, because Jaden Daniels isn't going to be back. Terry might be back, but not Jaden Daniels.
And then I think it's the Monday night game. Bills or Patriots. I'm going with the Bills.
Yeah, Bills. Gotta be.
And then Chiefs versus the Jags, and I'm going with Jags.
Nah, give me Chiefs.
I won't. I'm not going Chiefs. But,
right.
Yeah, so...
See who
that
wins.
sums up the Week 5 predictions.
Alright, you want to get him for fantasy real quick?
So, my, so we're going to do... Who was your most produced...
I'll tell you what.
Because mine was a shock for me.
I forgot to say this in the Week 4 recap. Malik Neighbors got injured. And he's the reason why I lost. I feel bad blaming it on him because he has a season-ending injury now. but like, bro, I'm so mad.
All right, so let me ask you this: what was your score for week 4?
Wait, what?
How bad you win week 4?
I lost.
So you're what, 2-2?
Yeah.
So I won 160.38 to 94.2.
That's great.
I'm 3-1.
Yeah. No, I lost. Let me see.
But they actually have this guy, Deshaun Don't Touchdown something.
Yeah, Trace, yeah.
That's a good team name.
Yeah.
Don't touch me. They got him projected to win 64% to 36% over me.
Well, you gotta check because now bye weeks are starting,
Yeah.
so you gotta check if you're.
I gotta switch out. I gotta take out Metcalf and my defense.
Yeah, but anyway, so.
And I'm gonna take them out, but I'm thinking that I'm either gonna put Pickens in, or well, that's really all I can.
No, do Pickens because CD Lamb is still out and he had a great game.
So I'm gonna have to put Pickens in for him, and then for defense, I mean, I can't really put anything.
Just drop the Steelers and get a new defense. The Steelers defense, you said, isn't really doing good for you, so just drop them anyways. And
so hold on, let me go to league.
How
do I look at
So I ended up losing 145 to 129. If Malik Neighbors had a game how he usually does, I would have either tied or won. So, yeah.
So, for me, who is your outstanding player?
My what?
Who produced the most for you?
Bucky Irving, 25 points.
Okay, so mine was McCaffrey at 26.1, and he was only projected to go 22.91.
Yeah.
But I will say this though. So my Steelers defense only had 9 points.
Right.
That's why I was saying, they're not really, putting up whatever. But I was really disappointed that I didn't put Pickens in over Flowers.
Yeah.
Because Flowers only had 14.4, but Pickens had 33.4 fucking points. He balled out.
Right.
If I would have played him, he would have been my highest scoring player.
Yeah, I got a decision to make this week because these guys, I don't know. I got a decision to make this week.
I'm probably gonna lose this week. Not gonna lie. But.
Yeah, I might go 2-3. I'm not doing good. I'm doing good. My team isn't bro. They're just underperforming. I don't know what's going on.
Who's Vinny?
He's
the only one undefeated.
Yeah, he's good. His team's good.
Yeah. But all right, so now that we got that, all right. So we're gonna get into some hockey.
Yeah.
Greatest sport has finally come back. So there's been some very interesting trades.
Yeah.
Interesting deals that have been made, and I found out there's been some records made in the offseason and preseason. So let's start off with contract extensions and trades, right? So I want to start off by saying that I think it was a mistake, and I think it's gonna come back and haunt the Ducks.
Mm-hmm.
We traded Gibson and Zegras. Zegras went to the Flyers.
Philly.
And let me just say this. Him and Michikov, that is just in preseason, the passing that they're doing and the goals.
Zegras is playing preseason?
Yeah, with Michikov. They're on the same line? Dude, they had probably
that's gonna be sick.
They had probably one of the nicest tic-tac-toe goals that I have. Like, I mean, I know it's preseason, but still, it's pretty promising.
But no, that's gonna be sick. It's gonna be sick.
Columbus Blue Jackets drafted a defenseman, Schaefer. I forget his first name.
Is it Connor Schaefer?
Yeah. So this defenseman, so he got a lot of negativity in the draft,
right?
Because he's like 6'5", 6'6", like he's
dude's huge,
tall.
Yeah,
but he just skates awkwardly. Yeah, but he's awkwardly fast. Well, so
I remember I wasn't watching the draft, but I was live updates and I was keeping up with it. I'll tell you what.
Well, he not only did he in an overtime in the preseason, they played Philadelphia, and he caught on a clear breakaway. He caught up to Michkov. Not only took the puck away, but got the puck down the ice, and they ended up scoring on it and winning.
Yeah.
So that was, for me, Schaefer is I don't think he'll be a draft bust. I think he'll be like
not at all.
I think he'll be like Sider on Detroit, like a good. I want to say a stay-at-home defenseman because he can play.
And especially on Columbus, I think he's gonna be a franchise.
He's gonna stand out.
He's gonna be a franchise defenseman. He's gonna be, by the end of the season, he'll probably end up being like a top 5, top 10 player on Columbus.
Oh no, he'll be. So I'm projecting him to be at the start of the season on a second D-line pair. Because he's a rookie.
Yeah, he's a rookie.
But he's gonna make
a name for himself quick.
I'm projecting him to be their top defenseman, if not their number 2 defenseman. I'm gonna say at least like 25 games in.
He's nasty. We gotta figure out. I know we're still going with that, but we gotta figure out fantasy hockey. We got
I mean, we'll get it done.
We'll update you guys next week about that.
But all right. So the 2 biggest contract signings was Kaprizov.
Oh my God.
He did an 8-year contract extension with the Minnesota Wild for 8 years for $136 million. Now, this is what really kind of threw me off, but so the way that his contract is going, right? The first 5 years, he's gonna make the most money, and then 6, 7, and 8, like the last 3 years, it drops a little bit to match up to it.
Right.
And I mean that's a very big deal for them because he's one of their best players.
Right.
I don't think he's worth $136 million, but I mean Bill Guerin, the GM, thought so. The other big thing was Luke Hughes. I think he signed a 7. Yeah, it happened today. He signed a 7-year deal, which is huge. Which is huge because him and his brother play very well together. Yeah. On the power play.
I want to see what they signed Jack to because Jack he got signed. His contract is up in 2 years, I think it is. So I want to see.
They're gonna keep him because it's like.
They're gonna keep him. I just want to see what his contract's gonna look like. You think that contract's good?
So, here's another crazy thing. Yeah. Nick Cousins, the one that used to play for the Panthers, he's the first player in the NHL this season to get fined.
Oh yeah, what happened?
Preseason. He slashed someone on Montreal. Just clear as day.
What team is he on now?
Senators.
Okay. I knew
he
that.
was on. He's been in Ottawa for the last like 2 years.
2 years. Yeah. 2 years.
Yeah, he's the first player to get fined. They haven't given a number yet of what his fine's gonna be.
Right, it's under review.
No. They've already he's getting fined. He got a 5 minute in a major for it.
Right, it's under review what it's gonna be.
Players retiring this year. Kopitar, this is gonna be his last year.
Anze Kopitar.
I'm definitely gonna try and go for him in the draft.
Really?
Because I've had him every year in fantasy.
I always go for Kopitar. The last time I won fantasy hockey, I've done it 3 years in a row. The last time I won it was my second year. I didn't win it last year. The second year I won it, Kopitar was one of my highest scoring players.
Yeah, I'm
actually, I did win one of my leagues last year, but it wasn't the league that we're in. It was a different league.
I'm really surprised that this is going to be his last year because, I think he still has a lot in the tank, but
yeah.
He obviously
Health
knows
reasons.
something. He obviously, no, not even. He just, from what his press conference said was that he's not having fun anymore and he wants to be at home with his kids.
Focus on family.
Pacioretty, though, he's officially done after 17 years. He's not even playing the year. He retired.
Yeah.
Now, this is the one part of the NHL that I love and I hate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Carey Price
Okay.
hasn't played in 3 years because he had injuries.
Right, yeah.
But he was on the Canadiens' long-term injured reserve.
Yeah.
So, it's never affected their salary cap, nothing, right? Because he wasn't playing. They traded him. They traded his contract in the offseason. I forget which team it was. But they traded him for whatever reason. It's not hurting your team. So that was one of the weird trades. So we all know Pittsburgh's in a rebuilding stage, right? Mm-hmm. Pittsburgh Penguins in a rebuilding stage.
Oh, I know what you're gonna say.
This is no. Hear me out though. This is Crosby and Malkin's last year. So for preseason, they brought Marc-Andre Fleury back to play preseason. To me, I thought that was pretty cool considering they kind of screwed him, right? So they played in their preseason, right? And shortly before they did that, right? There has been some talks because Malkin and Crosby's contract ends this year. And Crosby doesn't know if he wants to retire or not. Malkin's probably not going to retire because he has at least 3 or 4 years left. So they have the same agent. And they asked Crosby who was his top 3 teams that he would, if he were to do a trade. Because he really doesn't want to leave Pittsburgh. But they're not. Pittsburgh's in a rebuilding stage.
Yeah, they're not going to waste some money and try
on 1-year deals.
And they don't for just in general. Yeah, they could use Crosby, but if you're in a rebuilding stage, you don't need to have two veterans on your top lines.
Well, two veterans. You got Chris Letang still.
Yeah,
you
that's
have
what I'm saying.
Eric Carlson on defense. There's a bunch of veterans on their team. I don't understand why they're doing so bad.
That's what I'm saying, though. So getting rid of Crosby, Crosby's great. So, it's going to be but, you're at the end of the day, you're in a real rebuilding stage. You don't need to be wasting money on him.
I agree. So, his three teams he said that I would want to go to that are cup contending teams, and one of them I don't really feel is a cup contending team,
right?
But his top pick was the Panthers. Second pick was Tampa Bay, and his third pick was New York. The New York Rangers.
Well, Rangers suck. They're not gonna.
I mean, they're not. No, actually, they're gonna. Well, they would be pretty good this year if JT Miller didn't go down with a knee injury. But here's where I look at it, though.
Even with him, I didn't see them making the playoffs at all.
This is where I'm at with them, with the thing. Right? You just had Barkov go down. He's done for the year. Everyone's saying, like, they said 7 months the quickest he'll be back. 7 months?
It's 7 to 9 months. 7
to 9 months. That's the beginning of playoffs. Let him.
That's after.
Actually, I'm sorry. That's in the middle of playoffs.
Yeah.
But
the 9 months is after.
My thing is you've already placed him on long-term IR, right? So you need a spot to fill. You give up 2 draft picks, 3 draft picks. Listen. The Panthers have Barkov, Bennett, Ekblad, Forsling, Jones, Lundell, Marchand, Reinhart, Kachuk, and Verhaeghe, all for the next 6 to 8 years, right? You give up draft picks for Crosby. That fills your short-term issue. And Crosby is, say what you want, but top 4 best two-way forwards in the game still.
He's, I thought you were going to say.
And not only can he play 5-on-5, but he could run an entire power play.
Oh yeah, 1,000%. So he's a general.
You take over his contract, which is only 1 year left. It doesn't affect your salary cap at all.
Yeah.
There's Panthers' answer right there. Now Malkin wants to go to the West Coast. Malkin's 3 teams that he picked was he wants to go to LA. He either wants to go to LA or he wants to go to I think they said it was what was it? I think it was Winnipeg that he said. It was LA.
Winnipeg is a cup contending team.
LA
so
was
I
one
could
of
see
them.
That.
And Washington was one of the teams that he wanted to go to, which would make sense because Ovechkin's there and they've played together.
Oh yeah.
And they just lost. Oshie retired finally. And Backstrom. Well, Oshie and Backstrom haven't really played in the last 2 years because of injuries, so that would fill the void there.
Right.
Could you imagine if Crosby went to Washington? Crosby, Malkin, and Ovechkin just sitting on a line together. But
I know. What do you call it? That Crosby wasn't gonna retire. He's not. I don't think he's gonna retire after this year because of the.
My bad.
He's not gonna retire after this year, and I'll tell you why. The Olympics. He ain't retiring.
Well, that's another thing too that you just brought up.
He ain't retiring.
Guys, please, if you're watching, season 2 of 4 Nations is starting, and it's gonna be good.
Well, it starts All-Star Weekend.
No, I thought October 3rd.
Yeah,
they said that's not All-Star Weekend.
Wait, why is it October 3rd?
I don't know. That's what I saw on the advertisement. It said October 3rd.
That's weird. Four Nations is taking over for All-Star. Because they're not having All-Star anymore.
No, I know, but I think so. The way I think it is I think it's gonna go over what happened last year.
Okay. Wait, so is the reason why they had the Four Nations?
Yeah, replaced the All-Star game.
Well, it was because of what do you call it? Russia. They didn't because of Russia. So
it's gonna be the same teams plus I think 2 more this year, but Russia's not in it because of the whole.
Right. So are they gonna, when it comes to the Olympics in winter in 2026? No.
So as of right now, the Olympic Committee said that Russia's not allowed to compete because of all that.
Right.
Whatever. It is what it is. We'll see. Shit changes.
I think it'll change. There's no way.
I agree.
I just but here's the thing. No one's gonna travel over there. So if they really want to play, they're gonna have to come here. No one's going there.
But
no one's going there.
That's politics that change.
No
every
one's
day.
going there. So if they really want to play, they're gonna have to come.
You want to hear a crazy stat that I actually found? Actually yesterday. I found it yesterday. So Yager,
right?
He's playing in his 38th professional season.
I can't wait,
Right?
Yager, bro.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the crazy statistic. Since 1980, there has been a teammate that he has played with since 1980 that has won the Stanley Cup every year from 1980 to 2025. So he was drafted, I think, 90...
Was it 96?
No. It was... Pittsburgh won back-to-back. I think it was like 91 and 92 they won. He was drafted that 91 season, right? And that's when he played with Francis and Lemieux on the line.
Yeah.
But there's been players that he's played with that have won the Stanley Cup from 1980 to 2025. To me, that's crazy. And then you're playing in your 38th.
I could just imagine
here's
him
the thing,
being
though.
like 50-something years old.
Oh yeah, he's in his 50s.
Yeah,
but he owns the team, though. Let me just state that he owns the team.
Flying around the ice with the lettuce, hanging out of the helmet.
He's not playing every game. He's playing certain games, and at this point, like it's a professional team, so it's professional. Yeah. But he's really going out there and treating it like a men's league game, which to me is hilarious because he's scoring. And he's competing.
Yager's him.
And his girlfriend's like 30-something years younger than him.
Yeah.
And by far, still to this day, I think he had the greatest retirement speech. My girlfriend was too young to know me when I was this good. The other thing I wanted to get into is there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's only 10 players right now in the NHL that are active with over 400 plus goals. Only 10. And a couple of them surprised me.
Run down the list.
Obviously, Ovechkin at 897.
Obviously.
Crosby at 625. Okay. Stamkos at 582.
Damn.
Malkin at 514.
Okay.
Kane at 492. Perry, my boy Perry, at 448. Kopitar at 440.
Perry just got signed.
Yeah, he left for the Kings.
Oh, the Kings.
Yeah.
Right.
He's on the Kings now. Kopitar at 440. Marchand at 424. And then Austin Matthews at 401. And this is what surprised me. I was surprised to see that Perry was on there, even though he's been in the league over 20 years. I was surprised that Perry was on there, and I was very surprised to see that Austin Matthews he barely made it. But I would have never thought Austin Matthews would have made that. Well, this is why I said that.
I knew he was high up. I didn't think he was 400 though.
But this is what I'm saying. This is what surprised me with Matthews is he came into the league a year or two after I think it was a year after McDavid.
He got drafted. Matthews got drafted in 2018, 2017.
I think it was. No, I think he actually got drafted 26. No, whatever year Eichel and McDavid, because they got drafted the same year. Matthews was like a year after. Yeah. A year or two after that. But I would have thought McDavid would have had more. But not just that, though. But
it makes sense that McDavid doesn't have more because
he's had a lot of injuries, though. But I was
there was that 3-year stretch, or not 3 years. There was that 2-year stretch where the Oilers were just straight ass.
Yeah, but here's the other thing, though, and I tried to look it up, but I couldn't find it. there's three players in the last the last 4 years that have the most points. From what I was able to calculate, it's Draisaitl, McDavid, Reinhardt, and the fourth player was Tavares.
I was saying about Matthews, so a lot of those goals, that's coming from years before. His past 2 years, he hasn't done that good at all.
Well,
I mean,
last year I think he had like 40 something, but the year before that though, he almost, thank God he didn't. He was 1 goal shy, thank God. But he almost got the 67 mark that Teemu Selanne is the only player to hold. But yeah, not this last season, but the season before that.
Right.
He
no,
had
because this last season he didn't do good.
He had a ball out season the year before, but in my opinion, though, like if you're gonna go goal scoring, I mean obviously Ovechkin has most goals.
But the only person that's even close to passing Ovechkin is gonna be Matthews.
I don't know.
He's the only one on that list that's got potential to pass.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. I'm making a very bold statement. Okay. There are some players that are in the league right now that have been in the league for like 2-3 years that could potentially. I don't want to say pass it because that's hard to do.
Mm-hmm.
But that could potentially be, up there. And you'll see Matthew start to die down. Because he's injury prone, so he gets injured a lot. Like, I could see McDavid being a 600, maybe a 700 goal scorer.
You want to know what I just thought of? Because, we were talking about Ovechkin, Crosby, McDavid, Matthews. Like, these are all guys that got drafted. And as soon as they got drafted, they're starting and they're tearing up the league. Like these guys were, like as soon as they got in the league, they're tearing it up.
Yeah, they have.
And being top point scorers. You don't see that nowadays. The past 3 to 4 seasons, what players have you seen that were rookies that came right out the gate and like tore up the league like they did?
I mean, there's a couple.
Right, there's a couple guys that they've scored a couple goals.
Like I'll say
points,
this.
I'll say there's no one in the league that has done what they've done their rookie season.
Jack Hughes really balled out.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he got cheap shotted.
Mm-hmm.
But he balled out. I mean, Bedard,
he's good.
He's good. He plays on a shitty team.
Right, but okay. But when they got, what do you call it? When Matthews got in the league, the Maple Leafs weren't that good.
Nah, I mean they were pretty decent when they got him. Like truthfully, they were pretty decent. But, I mean, if you really want to talk about a standout player that came in that was like really really good
as a rookie,
Jack Eichel.
Yeah. But I'm saying...
But he got drafted by Buffalo. Buffalo was terrible.
Yeah, but he was in the same draft class as McDavid. I'm saying in the past, 2 to 4 years, no one's done it. It's just not a thing that happens anymore.
Who?
And you wonder what?
That guy's name? I mean...
And you wonder what? I'll tell you.
You say Lundell.
Lundell. I was thinking Lundell. Lundell had a good year. But you wonder what? I'll tell you why.
Rookie season went to the Stanley Cup, too. I mean, they lost, but...
I'll tell you.
You know that's a crazy statistic?
What?
That you get drafted your first year, right? You go to the Stanley Cup, you lose. Your second and third year, you win the Stanley Cup.
Lundell's first year was the year we got knocked out by Tampa Bay in the second round.
Okay, so I'm sorry. So your first year, you make it to the playoffs. You lose in the second round. Your second year, you go to the Stanley Cup. Your third and fourth year, you win the Stanley Cup.
And that's not even as oh, you're like biggerly noticeable. That's as a guy who got drafted and right out the gate, he's been a key player of the team.
Yeah.
And not only that, this year, forget key player. He is, bro. He's gonna take over Barkov.
He's
gonna take over for Barkov because Barkov is a two-way forward.
Yeah.
So is Lundell.
I just thought of a player that came out on top, out the gun. That guy on Toronto, Nyes.
Yeah.
He's been in the league like 2 or 3 years, but he's like progressed and gotten better and better. Matthew Nyes.
Matthew Nyes, okay. Yeah. I was who's the guy I was thinking of right before you said Lundell? What do you call it? Oh my god, I can't think of the guy. I was really thinking of someone. I can't think of him now. But yeah.
I mean, listen, this year.
Point.
Braden Point?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's been in like. Surprisingly, I didn't know this either, but so Tampa re-signed him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But he's been in the league like 9 years.
No way.
Yeah, like 8-9 years. He just wasn't like it took him a little bit to like get going, but yeah, he's been in the league like a while. You're talking about Braden Point, right?
Yeah, Braden Point.
Yeah, actually, I don't even think he's on Tampa anymore. I think he went to Seattle.
No, he's Tampa Bay.
He's still Tampa?
Yeah.
Which one? Oh, that was Gord that went to Seattle. That's right.
Oh, he got drafted in 2014, but he didn't actually start playing in the league until 2018.
Yeah. So, but like I said though, like I mean, it's still he's still really good. But you know who's also another player that you could say the same thing about? Verhaeghe. If you look at Verhaeghe, like Tampa drafted him when they won the Stanley Cup,
right? And
then the year after they cut him.
Yeah.
Panthers. Well, I don't think they cut him. I think they traded to the Panthers or something like that.
No, but he was a free agent.
Yeah. Okay. So he gets drafted. He wins the Stanley Cup. He didn't play much, but he wins the Stanley Cup, and then he comes to Florida, and it's lights out every year. Like I think every year he sets a career high or something.
He's one of our top. He's one of our top.
But it's just it's one of those things, you know. I mean, it happens to a lot of teams. Like Yanni Gord, he was on Tampa, lights out. Right. They trade him. Well, actually, they didn't trade him. They lost him to Seattle when they did the expansion team.
The expansion, yeah.
And now he's
one of their top players.
Their New Jerseys are sick.
I like the Kraken. But no, what I was going to say is you want to know why you don't see it anymore? You want to know why you don't see a rookie come in the league and tear shit up anymore? Because the league has changed. And the league, it's way more competitive and the talent is way more better. You're not going to see, you're not going to see like, oh, okay, when Connor Bedard, everyone was like, oh, this kid's the next McDavid. This kid's gonna be better than McDavid. This kid's gonna be a legend the second he steps on the ice.
His mom's a legend.
His mom's a legend.
Corey Perry
knows about that.
Speed banging that in the bathroom before the game.
But like I said, everyone's talking about Connor Bedard like he's the next big thing. Comes in league, he does good. But he is not lived up to those expectations yet. But like you said, it's also because Chicago Blackhawks they suck. But this year, this year they're gonna do good. I think.
You know who came back to the NHL? Taze.
Oh, Jonathan Taze.
Jonathan Taze came back to the NHL. He's on Winnipeg Jets.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so the whole COVID thing, he had like long-term health effects, and then he went on this like health retreat in like India for like 2 years, and now he's like finally good.
Yeah. And
he's back on Winnipeg.
Right.
The West Coast is gonna be a very interesting, season.
And I was just talking about this with one of my friends at work. When it comes to the playoffs and contending teams this year, like
it's gonna be a lot different.
Well, not only that, I was just going to say the Atlantic, or like the East and the West. The East, there's only 2 or 3 teams that are really going to be Stanley Cup contenders. That's
Yeah.
us, Ottawa, and maybe Carolina.
Yeah.
Those are
precisely.
those are the only 3 teams I see going to the
on
Cup
the
this
west.
year.
Yeah, that's on these. On the west, you got Minnesota.
I wasn't even going to say Minnesota. I was going to say Dallas. I was going to say Vegas, and
Well, I'll say this. I also forgot now that you said it. Mitch Marner just went to Vegas too.
well, not just when,
But I'm saying like in the offseason.
yeah, right when the
he went to
season
Vegas.
ended.
So for me, I'm saying you got about 5 or 6 teams in the West right now. That
Yeah, I think the West is more more unpredictable
I'm
than
gonna
the
say-
East.
I'm gonna say Edmonton.
Really, you think Edmonton's still up there? I don't know.
I think Edmonton will do it just because like they still have the same team from last year and they made it. So I'm gonna say Edmonton.
Minus Darnell Nurse. Can't forget about him.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say Edmonton. I'm gonna say definitely Winnipeg.
Yeah, Winnipeg,
You got Minnesota,
Dallas,
Vegas, and then as a 16, truthfully, I would like to see LA go just because
Kopitar. Yeah,
Kopitar.
I just want to see it. I
But they still have a really strong team. But
yeah, they have a good team. I mean, they went to the playoffs last year and got knocked out first round by Winnipeg, right?
Yeah, because then
They got knocked
Dallas
out
ended up beating Winnipeg.
Yeah, they got knocked out
Round
first
2,
round by
yeah.
Winnipeg.
But listen, Winnipeg was a low, underrated
Good team.
playoff team, and I'll tell you what.
I mean, they were
That-
third in the league going into the playoffs.
That Dallas series went to Game 7, and Game 7 went into double overtime, and Dallas won the game on a fluke tip. Not every goal's pretty. A win's a win.
Right.
But Winnipeg was dominating that series. And that's why Dallas got ran over in the Western Conference Finals because they were beat up. They just were tired. They went to Game 7 twice, round 1 and round 2. And Edmonton just steamrolled.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it is what it is. This year's gonna be really interesting.
And we're definitely gonna get more into it on next week's podcast. I think next week's podcast we're definitely gonna have an update about the fantasy league.
Yeah.
Because
We'll have a better idea of what we're doing.
also opening night is Tuesday night.
Yeah, I will say this. This upcoming week we will have we might even do a episode just on hockey.
Yeah,
for fantasy.
Yeah, we'll probably just
coming up.
Well, not an episode, just like a separate video.
We're probably gonna do a separate video on just the fantasy aspect of the hockey.
Yeah, that's long.
Give you player updates on injuries, who's gonna be out for how long, and who you should actually look for for the season.
Sort of like what we did with football, where we had like that 30-40 minute video with football for fantasy. Yeah. We'll do the same thing for hockey. So yeah, look out for that. But I think that pretty much covers it for this week's podcast. All right. Like, follow, share, subscribe.
But stay classy.